This video is to go along with your what do you get when you cross a snowman and a vampire worksheet that you're completing for homework tonight. The objective is I can apply the order of operations to add, subtract, multiply, and divide integers, and that's what we're going to be working on tonight. Let's first review our rules for signed numbers. Let's look at addition. When you add two positives, the answer is positive. When you add two negatives, the answer is negative. When you add a positive and negative, if the larger is positive, the answer is positive. When you add a positive and negative, if the larger is negative, the answer is negative. For subtraction, you just add the opposite, then follow the rules for addition. We know our keep, change, change. Multiplication and division, positive and a positive is a positive. Positive and a negative is a negative. Negative and negative is positive. Negative and positive is negative. When you have the same sign in multiplication and division, the answer will be positive. Different signs, the answer will be negative. This is what we've been working on in class. Let's take a look at the first problem you have for homework tonight. Negative 3 plus 6 times 2. In our order of operations, we need to multiply before we add. So that's what we're going to do. So that means you get negative 3 plus a positive times a positive is a positive. Negative 3 plus 12. Now we're just going to follow our rules for addition. Signs are different. We'll find the difference. The difference between 12 and 3 is 9. What do we have more of? We have more positives. The answer is a positive 9. I'm not asking you to pause the video tonight because you should have tried these problems on your own, and this is just a way for you to check your homework. Number 2, we did this one in class today, so if you struggled with this one trying it on your own, turn your worksheet over and it is solved for you on the front of your worksheet. Let's take a look at number 3. 3 times 4 minus 6 minus 10. Again, we'll need to multiply before we subtract. 3 times 4, a positive times a positive is a positive, so that's a positive 12 minus 6 minus 10. We always know we work from left to right. Whenever we're adding and subtracting, we have to go left to right. So 12 minus 6 is 6. 6 minus 10. So in this case, I'm going to keep, change, change. I'm going to keep my 6, change my subtraction to addition, and change the sign of that number being subtracted. Now I'm going to follow my rules for addition. Are those signs the same or are those signs different? Those signs are different. I'll find the difference. The difference is 4. I'll keep what I have more of. I have more negatives. Your answer to that one should have been a negative 4. Let's take a look at number 4. Again, with our order of operations, we must work within parentheses first. So 6 plus 2 is 8. We keep everything else the same. 5 minus 3, and then in parentheses we have an 8. Well, now we have a subtraction and we have a multiplication. We must multiply before we subtract. So we keep our 5 minus, what's 3 times 8? 3 times 8 is 24. And how do I know that's going to be a positive 24? Well, I only have one minus sign running around, so I'm only going to have one minus sign running around in the next step. Now I look at this, 5 minus 24. I'm going to keep, change, change. 5 plus a negative 24. Signs are different. I'm going to find the difference, which is 19, and I'll keep what I have more of. I have more negatives. That answer should be a negative 19. Let's take a look at number 5. Order of operations. You must work within parentheses first, so that's what I'm going to do. Inside this set of parentheses is 6 minus 10. That's 6 plus a negative 10. Times, inside this set of parentheses is negative 2 minus 2. That's negative 2 plus a negative 2. I have to work out each set of parentheses first. 6 plus a negative 10. Signs are different. I find the difference, which is 4. I keep what I have more of. Times, inside this set of parentheses, signs are the same. I find the sum. All I have is negatives running around. Negative times a negative we know is a positive. 4 times 4 is 16. There, we've worked that one out. Again, I know I'm going through these fast, but this is just an answer key for you. You should have tried these problems on your own. Number 6. Okay, when we're working with division and multiplication, we move left to right. So I'm going to divide this before I'll multiply. Negative 8 divided by 2. A negative divided by a positive is a negative. 8 divided by 2 is 4. So then I have 4 times 4 minus 4. I multiply before I subtract. Negative times a positive is a negative. 4 times 4 is 16. That's 16 minus 4. I'm going to go ahead and keep, change, change. keep my negative 16, change my subtraction to addition, change that 4 to a negative 4. Signs are the same. I'll find the sum. The sum of 16 and 4 is 20. What do I have more of? I have more negatives. So your answer on that one is a negative 20. Number 7. Whenever we're dealing with a large fraction bar, we always simplify the numerator, simplify the denominator, and then we go ahead and do our final division. So I keep my fraction bar. Negative 3 minus 9 is the same as negative 3 plus a negative 9. Signs are the same. I find the sum. The sum is 12, 9, 10, 11, 12, and I go ahead and I keep that sign. In the denominator, 2 times negative 3. In multiplication, a positive times a negative is a negative. 2 times 3 is 6. It's very important that you have your rules down and you know your rules, or these problems are going to seem difficult. If you know your rules for addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division, then these problems won't be too tough. Again, this is division. Dividing a negative divided by a negative. A negative divided by a negative is a positive. 12 divided by 6 is 2. That answer is a positive 2. Number 8, I'm not going to do right now. You need to turn your sheet over to the front if you need help with number 8, because we did in class today. Did in class. It's right on the front of your worksheet, already solved. Number 9. Number 9, we're going to have to work within parentheses first. 6 minus 18 is the same as 6 plus a negative 18 times, and then our second set of parentheses is negative 2 plus 5. If I work out the first set of parentheses, signs are different. I'll find the difference. The difference between 18 and 6 is 12. What do I have more of? I have more negatives, so that's negative 12 times. Here, within parentheses, signs are different. I'll find the difference. The difference is 3. What do I have more of? I have more positives. So that was following our rules for addition because that was the operation we were dealing with. Now we're dealing with the operation of multiplication. In multiplication, a negative times a positive is actually a negative. 12 times 3 is 36. So there you go. We've worked out all 9 problems together, so there's no excuse for you to not have that worksheet set for class tomorrow. I will be asking you to solve one right at the beginning of class, and we'll know who went ahead and got their homework accomplished. Have a good night. Take care.